Hi folks, welcome back to Pop Office. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are back with another episode of Farscape. Now, if you were with us last week for episode 11, or episode 10, sorry, or at least episode 10 as far as Amazon Prime has them numbered.
Yes.
We watched They've Got a Secret,
Yay.
which was all about, well, not all about, but a lot about Dargo's past that we had not really had revealed to us until the last episode. So we learned that he had a wife and a son, and that his wife was a peacekeeper.
Oh, Sebastian.
A Sebastian. And, well, yeah, his brother was a peacekeeper, so his brother-in-law was a peacekeeper, who did not approve of their joining. Apparently, all Sebastians do not approve of interspecies relationships or whatever. And because of that, his brother-in-law killed his wife, his own sister. Imagine that, or don't, because it's terrible. And then he hid his son, Dargo hid his son, Jothi, somewhere where he thought he could be safe.
Yeah. Because
he was being arrested for his wife's murder, even though he didn't do it.
Yep.
So now we know that Dargo was on Moya for no good reason.
Nope.
Arrested for the something he didn't do. And while all that was going on, Moya was reacting poorly to a lot of things. Systems breaking down, shutting down. Pilot was in bad shape because of it. And then we discovered why. Why was that, Heidi?
Moya was pregnant.
Moya pregnant and defending her young and trying to change conditions to make sure the baby was okay, not realizing that probably that she was killing everybody else. So John was able to use the DRDs to... Oh, we forgot our DRD friends. And
we'll have them for the next ones.
Yeah. Oh. But we found that John was able to use the DRD to communicate with Moya and let her know that they are actually happy and celebrating her pregnancy with her, and please don't kill us.
Yeah.
And
let us live.
So we ended on a really good note with Aaron and Dargo, with Aaron assuring him that she would never tell anyone about his son. Her being a peacekeeper, that being a worry, I'm sure, for him. So she was putting him at ease about that.
And we have a pregnant Moya.
Yeah. So that's where we find things as we jump into this episode. Now, again, we don't know if all of these are out of order. So whether this will directly follow that episode or not, who knows?
Yeah. Well, some of you were kind enough to let us know that you seem to recall that only like the first 6 or so episodes are mixed up. So I'm hoping that from now on we're going to have the right continuity for all of this, so that we don't feel like we're jumping around and we know more than the people on board, because sometimes we do that, and that's a good plot thing, but not like episodic sort of things, or episodic.
Right.
Episode. Okay.
Yeah. If you've been watching these reactions before, you know that you can find the full reaction for these episodes on Patreon. All you need to do is jump to the link in the description down below and partner with us on Patreon. $5 a month gets you access to this show, as well as all the other shows that we do reactions to, including Heidi watching Deep Space Nine by herself without any of my interference.
Well, you do interfere just a tiny bit.
Occasionally, I jump in and react with her. But yeah, and then of course we also just finished watching The Haunting of Bly Manor. We're doing reactions for that as well.
Yep.
And all kinds of other stuff there. You can go check it out yourself. Then the only other thing you need to do, if you like content like this, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. We love it when you do that.
We do.
And we're just going to jump into this episode. We're going to give you our reaction, our thoughts as we go. And then when we're done, you can jump down into the comments below and let us know what you thought about it down there. Or at least, how ridiculous our thoughts are. Because
for sure.
Honestly, I say all the time that my brain is Swiss cheese. That's really not me overstating things. I'm all over the map sometimes. And that's why I have Heidi here to keep me on the straight and narrow. And
sometimes we both forget
keep
things.
Me focused. Yeah.
So then stuff falls through.
What shirt are you wearing over there, Heidi?
Today I am wearing my combo shirt. It says "Who Done It," and we've got Sean and Gus, but we've got a pineapple TARDIS.
There you go. We are going to jump into this episode and not keep you waiting any further. Here we go.
Stellar flare activity wreaks havoc with communications. If you keep moving out of the planet's shadow, we'll lose contact entirely.
Can't be helped, pilot. Solar flares are what I came to see. Don't worry, we'll be home in time for dinner.
But be careful, John. This star is unusually erratic.
What? Is she a plant? Is that a plant?
No comment.
It's reaching us even here.
She looks golder.
Hmm?
Does that mean you're trying to create the same conditions to go back?
It's a long shot, but sometimes long shots pay off, Aaron.
What, now?
I don't want to go.
Holy mother. That's a wormhole.
It looks unstable.
As are they all, except for Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
She's gone completely farbots.
Yes, Delvian females are unusually sensitive to bionic radiation.
One of the gifts of the Delvian Seek. It's called a photogasm.
Oh.
Ugh, I'll get a mop and bucket.
Pilot, give me the location of this furlough.
Transmitting coordinates.
I forbid this.
You know what,
Who are
Doggo?
you?
Sometimes you're a real pain in the ass.
Crichton. What is a pain in the ass?
Human speak, I believe, for someone irritating, stubborn, obnoxious.
A simpleton. Adult? Idiot? I get
that.
Tell you what, how about I do you a favor and take this thing off your hands?
She's not for sale. Now I just need her fixed so I can get back up there before these flares go away entirely.
How are you paying for
You might
this?
be out of luck. These flares are gonna die down before the day's out.
How soon do you expect them back?
Regular as clockwork every 4.8 cycles.
5 years?
Attention! There are fugitives among you. Fugitives that can be worth a great...
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I am Captain Viola Crace, and I am offering a substantial reward to
Oh
anyone
no.
who can assist us in the recapture of 3 escaped prisoners. Substantial compensation. You'll begin... Get away from there!
Well, the metal band's arrived.
Uh-huh.
What the hell is this?
No idea. Let me handle it.
Is this your female?
I am no one's female.
Back off! Get that weapon out of my face before I feed it to you!
You tell your bitch to let my female go.
We are Volcarian blood trackers, the best.
Vampires?
Second best.
They're more like
I'm
wolves
Butch.
or something.
This is Sundance. We're the Hole in the Sky gang. How good are you two? Because I might be willing to cut you in. You help me capture the prisoners and I'll split the bounty. 70-30.
40.
80.
Math.
40. You in or out?
Math.
They're pack animals. Biggest, baddest dog gets to be the alpha male, the leader.
Well, compared to a Vicarian, you're neither the biggest nor the baddest.
Yeah, well, they don't know that. Any sign of submission and your lunch.
I showed no sign of submission.
You didn't have to. You're a female. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Officer Aaron Sun, Special Commando Icarian Company, plies our regiment, currently absent without leave. You have committed numerous acts of treason. You cannot hope to avoid us forever. Abandon the human criminal. Return the Leviathan. Surrender Cardago, Pau Zotozan, and Dominar Rigel 16. Comply, and you will retire. Honorably. With your commission fully restored, you have my oath. As a peacekeeper.
It's worth.
What does your oath mean, man?
Yeah, that's pretty worthless.
It's worth. Bonehead.
Mm-hmm. Hiya.
Good. You didn't screw up. Hand him over and head after the other two. Stop! You're making him bleed.
Your point being?
My point being, it's dangerous for a Luxon. see how dark the blood is? You can't keep cutting him like that. You have to stimulate the blood flow, increase it till the blood runs clear. You listen to me. You listen to me, you tattooed freak. I don't care if you talk to me or not. You can die right now, or you can hold on as long as you can. But either way, unless you do what I tell you to do.
Smart, John. You're a peacekeeper. Show this mug who's boss.
It might be slightly warm on the planet, though. Oof. Yeah. The heat. Right?
I don't think it's the heat. I think it's the solar radiation. There's a reason everybody wears goggles.
Yep. She's blind.
Help! Help! A mad
I'm being repressed.
Is forcing herself on me visually. Oh, very funny. Did you come here just to irritate me?
Yes.
No, actually, I was looking for Dargo.
Well, you look down on the planet.
Don't help me, Crichton.
You can't look after yourself. Not right now. So stop acting like a badass peacekeeper.
Ex-peacekeeper, actually.
I know.
Oh. Oh.
The scent. It's gone.
Oh. Help me, this is hardly the time.
Yeah, really.
Every time I let down my guard, you disappoint me.
Okay.
I'm only human.
You look so much like a peacekeeper, I often forget.
Is that it? Or do you always have to be the alpha male?
Alpha male.
Yeah, the big shot. The one with the big britches, the leader. You are so childish.
Indeed.
You are selfish.
Can be. What about you, selfish?
Sometimes.
I ever come after you with a weapon?
Uh-huh.
This isn't gonna work, is it? We're never gonna be friends.
Friendship is a lot to ask.
Then how about respect?
Oh, these things. I forgot about them already.
We're totally pinned down.
Not if I can help it.
The coffee maker.
Give me your weapon. I'll cover you. At least you can get out of here.
Crichton, you are my ally. I will not abandon you.
What the hell are you doing?
I am Captain Bylar Crace, the Peacekeeper command carrier assigned to recover the 3 escaped prisoners, has been called home on other business. Therefore, the reward offer for the fugitives has been officially withdrawn.
Okay. Smile.
I can't pay this.
How are we gonna pay?
We have a problem. Unless, of course, there's something else of value you have to offer. And I don't mean your charming smile. You know, the ability to create a stable wormhole travel through space and time would be incredibly
Profitable.
exclusive
good
rights, or there's no deal.
What? No. No, that data may be my only ticket home. The data.
Got something you can put that on?
I can start from scratch.
Well, I mean,
Pleasure
Aaron
doing
called it
business with you.
a primitive
Hey,
magnetic recorder.
5 years from now, I'll be waiting for you at the end of that wormhole.
All right, that is it for Farscape. till the blood runs clear. Heidi, your thoughts?
I feel like that was an inappropriate title for this particular episode. I know that I think you've said before that it was just kind of or somebody had said somewhere that it was just kind of what the cast and crew wound up calling these things when they were filming. But like that was like one microscopic moment, like sentence.
Of a larger story.
Yeah, there's so much more there, and I'm
also the title makes you think that it's a Dargo centric episode, and it's really not. The last one was,
yeah,
for
so
sure.
So that's kind of like I'm failing to find the metaphor in it for using it anywhere else. But other than that, I really enjoyed this episode. I didn't dislike Furlough as much as you did. I think she's just a businesswoman.
Right. I guess I don't know. I just didn't like
It's a little skeezy.
I didn't like the portrayal. No offense to the actors, but just yeah. This episode, I the more we got into it, the more I remembered. As soon as we saw the wolf-like bounty hunter types, I remembered Crichton's move to do the alpha male thing, and I did remember that Dargo came down at some point, but I did not remember Zan coming down, although that was just kind of a little bit there at the end. But and then of course I remembered the whole solar flare thing and Zan's reaction to it as well. Still got a little bit of comic relief from Rigel, which I always love.
I do too. I feel like he's always very peripheral, but like sometimes, like more times than not, he is pivotal, and this time he was just funny.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
I love the interaction with Zan and Rigel. That was fun. Her messing with him like that. I know that the wormhole side of all of this is going to become more and more important. So it was interesting to see this little piece of it, that he's on the cusp of a bigger discovery and that kind of thing. So nice little puzzle piece added to the image that we're building here. So I liked it.
Yeah, just, and of course, as always, really enjoying the characters' interactions. John and Aaron, again, kind of feeling each other out.
Not up,
definitely not out. Feeling each other out, kind of comparing and contrasting just thoughts, feelings, ideas, and I think. I don't think any of us really thought that Aaron was giving real serious thought to Grace's offer. So, I wasn't too worried about that. These wolfy things, I don't even see them as wolfy things. They're just like weird, like, I don't know, just the sounding like a zombie video game or anything. Like, you're going through the video game and you hear that in the background, like, oh, or like the creepers in Minecraft. I think that might be more relatable now. That's what that's what they sound like, at least as far as I know.
I'm old.
Yeah. The kids play it. The kids.
Wait, we have kids?
Yeah, they're in bed.
Oh, those little things that scurry around and get in my way?
And ask for McDonald's all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I like the fact that, back to your sort of Crichton and Aaron comment, that we see the bond developing between the two of them. And I think in this case, we started the episode with her being frustrated that he would consider just leaving, and then taking her with, not knowing what's on the other end. Like
right.
That,
it's not like
she couldn't comprehend it,
Yeah.
But I think part of that may have been that, she doesn't have a way of getting back home.
To like a home like she remembers.
To be who she was. There's no path back to that. So this has become this sort of dysfunctional de facto family. Mm-hmm. And the thought that he would just abandon that to get home is not something that she understands. Like she feels firmly locked in with these people now.
Yeah.
Because that's all she has.
Yeah. I do like the John and Dargo moments as well, and also just reminding Dargo of how vicious he was trying to get home, wherein John's just trying to go and not really hurting anybody on the way, other than possibly dragging Aaron along with him.
Yeah.
But whatever.
And I think at that point he was just kind of in shock that it was happening.
Yeah.
I don't think he was thinking too hard about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I for all of the stuff happening in this episode, we got a good sort of not reconciliation, but a sort of good understanding of each other between Dargo and John. And then also, even though it was a brief moment of Erin losing her sight, that Crichton is not, as hard-headed as she is, and as much as she can take care of herself in most situations, that John didn't want to leave her by herself, didn't want to leave her dealing with all of that.
Yeah.
And then not only was she able to handle things on her own, but she saved them all.
Yep.
With her ideas. So we're seeing more and more that she's more than
just
a tough chick.
Yeah, Peacekeeper also.
And that would have been how in the Peacekeeper she would have been seen, it very one-dimensionally. And John is always encouraging that sort of, well, you have to be the scientist because I'm not there. Her connection to Pilot, her, all of these connections that she's making are pushing her to be someone new.
Right.
And I like seeing that in her, and it's played really subtly. I mean, she's just doing what needs to be done to survive and to keep the people alive that she has come to care about, to whatever extent she's able to at this point.
Yep.
But still, I like that subtlety, that there wasn't just a big moment where they all had to save each other and gosh darn it, now we're a family and we're close.
No, it's messy.
It's these little, messy little increments and that's how life works. Not all of us are in the situation where, I know a lot of veterans, I was just having this conversation with somebody else today, if they've seen battle together, if they've seen war together, it bonds them in a certain way. Well, they're on the run, and certainly that's a bonding experience, yes. But they need, for them, it's more like it is for us in day-to-day life, that there's plenty of reasons not to trust one another, and there's plenty of reasons to want different things out of what life is putting on your plate, but they're coming to respect each other slowly. They're coming to understand each other slowly, each other's motivations, each other's personalities, and the fact that Rigel still has a place on that ship after all the grief he gives him.
He's a lot of trouble.
And I mean, that, and it's not like he's intimidating or anything.
No.
But they, as much as they don't want to admit it, they care about him.
Yes.
And they're coming to care about each other. And I like that. And I like that the show is handling it in the way that it is. It's hard, when you watch a show the first time through, like I did, I couldn't have necessarily articulated why I liked it. I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And so getting to watch this with you has been a lot of fun, because it's giving me a chance to not only experience it again through your eyes and sort of refresh my memory on some of those things, but it's also giving me a chance to like deep dive and pick apart what I like about it and why I think it worked for me originally. And I do think that character interaction is a big part of it. That I came to love these characters as they were coming to love each other, and I got to take that ride with them. And I think that's what makes this show unique, especially as far as sci-fi goes.
Exactly. And what I love the most about this is that it's still fresh. It's still like, the stories that they're telling, there's trappings around it that are very specific to this show, but
or references, pop culture references, or whatever.
Sort of thing. But otherwise, it's still like, there isn't anything about it that I'm like, man, this is old, or wow, that's so not even relevant. This is still fresh, relevant, and really good storytelling. Never, it always will be fresh and relevant.
And I think that's the mark of a show that understands itself and what it's going for. That it's not going too crazy with the need for special effects.
Nope. The makeup and the practical stuff has been amazing the whole way through. So
Sure.
Really
and the
that.
fact that we had a comment about PK Tech Girl today that was the point where one of the viewers, and I'm sorry I'm blanking on your name, but one of our viewers said that was the point where Rigel became real to me, and I feel like that's kind of always the case. What the Jim Henson Company is doing with the creatures and the effects is making it based. It's detailed, but it's also simple.
Yeah.
That it's not necessarily the puppet or the puppetry that needs to make it real. It's that in conjunction with the voice and the acting and and so the characters come to life and you just kind of lose yourself in them. Yeah. Whereas sometimes sci-fi shows, even a 5-year difference in technology from one show to now can feel old and can feel. So I think the fact that they didn't have to rely on digital manipulation a lot, really helps this show stand the test of time.
For sure.
Definitely enjoying this ride, and extra glad that I get to enjoy it with you.
Same.
I think that's it.
With you.
And with you, absolutely. We don't want to leave you out of the equation. We love every time you guys leave us comments about these episodes. So please do that. Jump down in the comments. Let us know what you thought about this episode. And we're going to keep taking this journey with you. So thanks for taking the ride with us as well. That's it for us. Until next time, folks.
Bye.
Bye.